Before I begin this video, I'd like to thank everyone for being patient. Since May, my old laptop broke again, so I finally got myself a gaming PC. Expect better audio and video quality. I will try to upload more and even stream once we get our Wi-Fi fixed. Again, thank you for the wait and enjoy this new video. Throughout the 2000s, a game genre got popular with the release of games like World of Warcraft, that genre being MMOs. MMOs are online video games that can be played with lots of people at the same time. For example, Club Penguin was a virtual world MMO that was pretty popular during its time until they shut down a fair for Club Penguin Island. But we aren't discussing Club Penguin or how much I loved it as a kid. We are going to be talking about 3 MMOs I played as a kid that I love a lot. Those 3 are Toontown, Fusionfall, and Wizard101. These games always meant a lot to me as a kid, even if I sucked at them, especially Toontown and Fusionfall. Even though I was bad at them, they are still really fun to me back then and even still now. So let's start with the oldest out of the 3 of them, Toontown. Back then, Toontown was awesome and cartoonish with the gameplay, music, and the weapons you used in the game called gags. Also, the commercials were so cool as a kid with the cog costumes and kids just using gags on them.
The outrageous online game where you can create your own Toon and do almost anything. With your parents' permission, get 3 days of free play at Toontown.com. Toontown, rated E for everyone.
The advertisements were on TV in the early and mid 2000s, so if you were watching Disney or other kid channels, you probably have at least seen one or all of them. Anyways, moving on from the adverts, the game was fun for all ages and families, easy to get into, and not too hard for people who don't play many video games. The game begins with you making a Toon, defeating a flunky, and meeting Flippy before heading into Toontown Central and beginning your Toon tasks. From then on, you do quests for gag tracks for a gag you're training for. Once you beat the tasks in the playground, you will get your last gag track and learn a new gag type. Throughout the game, there will be some quests that will increase stuff like your gag space, laugh points, which are your HP, and jelly bean capacity. Yes, the in-game currency is jelly beans. Over time, the game got more updates such as parties you can make and join, pets called doodles, and accessories to buy and wear. There were even seasonal events for Halloween and Christmas. Halloween was a lot of fun since cat tunes can be made black for the holiday, and you can trick-or-treat with a riddle to get a pumpkin head for the month. Then the game shut down in the year 2013, along with Pixie Hollow and Pirates of the Caribbean, as Disney went to focus on mobile stuff and Club Penguin. But the fans did not forget the Toonish world of Toontown, but I will get into that near the end of the video. I feel Toontown paved the way for other children-centered MMOs, such as Nickelodeon's Monkey Quest, Lego Universe, or the next MMO I'll be talking about, Cartoon Network Fusionfall. Fusionfall was wildly interesting to me as a kid with how the story was, the ads being pretty funny from time to time, and the adaptations of Cartoon Network characters of the Eds, the Kids Next Door, Johnny Bravo, you name it. As a kid, the game was fun to me as it wasn't too hard. Well, at least to me now. But as a kid, I probably sucked at it. Also, you can have a giant turkey leg as a weapon.
Drumstick or dagger. Depends on the war. The battle to save Cartoon Network universe rages on right now. Unite online at Fusionfall.com to engage in a mission like no other. Fusionfall, rated everyone 10 and up. The time is now. The hero is you. Fusionfall.com.
Fusionfall's plot is that a giant planet named Planet Fusion is absorbing planets and our world is next on its list, and we have to stop it with the help of Cartoon Network characters. The green goo invades Earth and begins to control and use non-living objects such as maybe trees, construction equipment, newspaper, etc. Fusions are evil counterparts made by Lord Fuse to cause chaos. You actually get to see what the world becomes if you do not help with Planet Fusion during the tutorial. The tutorial takes place in the future after Dee Dee screws up with Dexter's time warp and you end up farther than expected and need to be sent back to the past. The game was released in 2009, which is during the dark times of Cartoon Network called Seeing Real. Later in Fusionfall's lifetime, the company behind the game went bankrupt and Cartoon Network tried to continue updating the game, but in the end screwed up the game a lot to the point where a lot of people didn't like it and it was shut down. As I said during the video, Toontown and Fusionfall were both shut down by their developers, but the last one I'll be talking about still lives and breathes on today, Wizard101. Wizard101 was a game I barely got far into as a kid. Before I returned to play the game, I was stuck in Crocotopia for years and years as a level 23 fire wizard because I couldn't get memberships for a while. The game was so cool to me as a kid, even though I was not a Harry Potter nerd. In Wizard101, you take the role of a new student to the Ravenwood School of Magical Arts. As you meet the headmaster, the glass in the tower in front of you shatters as you and the headmaster go to investigate the ruckus. Once inside, you are instantly face to face with the antagonist of the game, Malastair Drake. After you learn the game's turn-based combat, he teleports away after he came for what he wanted from the tower. Throughout the first arc of the game, you have to chase him down and stop the chaos along the way. Yes, I said first arc. As of this video, there are 4 arcs to the game, but I won't go on about those as so you can experience the fun for yourself if you are willing to fork over the membership fee. But to be honest, it's pretty worth it, especially since games are getting a lot more expensive unless you get them pre-owned sometimes. As of now, the game is still getting updates and adding onto its list of worlds. There is also another game made by the same people where it's pirates, not wizards, but it is hinted that these games are in the same universe maybe. In the end though, these 3 games mean a lot to me in my past. While it was sad to see Toontown and Fusionfall and other MMOs die out, it was good to see we have people who care enough to revive their corpses from the grave with stuff like Toontown Rin and Open Fusion. They were also able to let others make separate and more updated versions such as Toontown Corporate Clash or the Retribution server for Open Fusion. I think we should all thank people who try their best to revive folk classics like these games for people to remember and play them as they please. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.